No, you might, but I know. What's that again? Imagine how I'm going to end up knocking someone out. Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear the word he just said? Wow. Never, ever in Morocco that happened. Fuck human. Yeah, he did. Yo, Esma, Darori. Hold that.
Just now?
Hold the phone. Esma.
Wow.
I think that going to foreign countries to visit them, especially countries where you see there's no visible of blackness in that, and then black people are pushed to the other side, yeah. You really cannot expect anything from such countries. The lady came out to even speak out about this entire experience, and I, for one, I'm like, hey, when we go to these countries, we should not expect anything. And I feel like when you're there, like, I'm not saying don't travel, like, just be cautious. You're a black person, right? And not only do we have issues inside of our community as black people, we have issues with other people, right? So other people, like, you really need to be protective of your energy and your sacred space and who you visit. Like, they don't like us. I don't know what's with these people, but they really don't like us, and I don't want to put myself in that situation where I feel like I might in a foreign land, and in a land that protects them more than it will protect me. So now you're gonna somebody, and then you are gonna be in problems with those people in their native land. On top of that, you can't speak even their native language, so you're gonna get representatives of that land to represent you. All you have to do is just watch how they treat their natives in their own area, right?
In less than 24 hours of us being in Marrakesh, we were spat at, called the N-word, and groped. So I guess it's a story time. This was us making our way to the restaurant, and a couple of minutes away from there, we were by the traffic lights. A beggar came through to ask for money. We didn't have any cash on us, and just as the lights went green for us to go, the beggar spat. He was aiming to spit at my friend who was in the front seat, the guy. So as the car was moving, when he spat, the spit ended up hitting my friend who was sat on the left hand side of me. I had like a little splash of it on me, but not as much as she did. So the night already started off with such bad energy. Now, in the comments, there were people saying, oh, the Moroccans were saying neri neri, which means wow. No, if you listen, my friend was saying nearly.
Nearly.
What he was saying is we are nearly there. He was so excited to be taking us to this restaurant. Hence, we were recording the alleyway. So when we get to the restaurant, it would just be a lovely surprise of what it was like on the inside. I'm so grateful to my friend and the restaurant manager for going back out while we sat and ate dinner. We were just exhausted from like just that bit of the evening that happened, where the first bit, the spit, and then now the N words. That's why I did not react. I just thought it wasn't worth it, and also we're in a different country and just don't know how that's going to escalate. And so the guys dealt with the situation the way that they wanted to, and as they should, and that ended. We had a lovely evening, as you can see in like the video here. We had a great evening. We danced, we made so many friends, we left. The following day, my friend gets groped. The following day was Eid as well. I think that she is in a better position to explain, but I was there when the groping happened, and that was, quite shocking. The rest of the trip sort of like left us feeling on edge and feeling like we wonder what's going to come out of the woodworks next. I travel quite a lot, and I've never experienced anything of such magnitude. I don't use the N-word. I've never been called the N-word. The people in my circle do not use the word. We don't use that word to refer to each other. So to be going through the comments and people saying, well, that's how you guys refer to each other. Well, I don't. And or that the guy had no idea what he was saying. To say that someone had no idea about what they were saying, but when asked to repeat it in the video, they couldn't, it means that they have an idea what they're trying to say.
Nearly. I know. What's that again?
I'm just going to leave it as that, but also say thank you to those who have been very empathetic about the situation. I've moved on. Of course, it hurts. But again, as we usually do, we just pick up and go.
Just imagine being spat at. Literally. Like, people will literally provoke you to that extent, and when you react, it becomes an issue. As it says, it gets to that magnitude that you're in a foreign land and you're going to get into trouble. You can't speak the language. You don't know how far these things can go, and the only thing you can do is step back. It's unfortunate that it happened to her and that she travels a lot, but even with my traveling that's limited, I don't like visiting other people's places, not to mention going to other people's houses. Not to say going to their countries, there's much of a difference, but going to other people opens you. But another thing, again, with these people, I'm gonna add a clip here, it's so funny.
Black women are completely unbothered by this man here. Four of you can figure it out combined, right? I'm like, okay, I'm loud and obnoxious. I like music that rhymes. I'm an eighth of the population, but I commit half of the crime. Who am I? Black. You are correct. You guys didn't win anything. I don't know why you got so excited. I thought, like, no, you see, it's been one point. You're right. Oh my God. It's Anger and defense is a very strong measure. With this, you can use it as a weapon to get a rise out of somebody, and that is exactly what he attempted here. But unfortunately, he failed miserably. It comes to racist individuals such as this one. It is incredibly important, dire for them, to prove themselves right. Otherwise, they would get desperate and try every means of measure to make it seem like that the way they feel is completely justified. Black women in this video did an upstanding job making light of the situation, making jokes, having fun of the game, or maybe they could just be a little drunk. However, regardless of the situation, this man throughout the video was actually very shocked, frustrated, and appalled that they were so chill and accepting about what he was saying out of his mouth. This is why you cannot let these type of individuals get the better of you. Control your emotions, because the second, ladies and gentlemen, you allow them to control your emotions, you automatically lose, and they have won. They have control over you and how you feel. As long as you do not give them this contentment that they are desperate to accumulate for them, you will always hold power.
You see what the white guy did? They also expect us to react when they do things like this. So it's really interesting, guys, really interesting. They expect that energy that, oh, she's a black woman, they're black women, they're going to act like that. Fortunately for these ones, they had a man who can do and handle it. But even if the man was there, it was gonna prove a point in this situation again. But with these people, just keep your distance. And if you do associate with them, try to vet everybody, basically. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments.